Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense will get the first crack. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And the Utes headed quickly to the line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They keep attacking through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Ward. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Utes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware They're coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the back. At the 15, he's loose.
Well, they were able at least to get a lot of the yardage back on that last play. And how about running the football to do it? This dude is special, man, when he's got the ball in his hands.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. The Hokies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got the back in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Heath. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Keep it on the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Rose. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Open runway ahead. At the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hokies.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 4 over Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Yeah, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The hand to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Running back searching for a hole. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Mason. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
After the missed connection, it's second down. Leaves it with the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Utes in the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Rose. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. Sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking for a man. It's Rose. Works the middle of the field. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Third down coming up after the completion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Ward. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw it again. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Moving out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's going to take off, and he'll slide after picking up the first down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Hokies are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. And I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he thought, man, I mean, you're giving us this first down. That was too easy.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Trying to get to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Hokies will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Here comes the hurry up. Looking for a gap. It's Ward. And the Utes get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Hokies line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my...
Running toward the tape. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! Start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Utes come to the line in the hurry up. The receiver on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, it's Rose. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final play of the quarter coming. The running back has it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Utes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Snags a quick pass on the left. They get him down after he makes a catch.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his...
What a snag by the defense. Smashes through the tackle. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried.
The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Pass to 25. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Using the quick game.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Utes want to crank the tempo.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking downfield, it's Rose. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Calls his own number. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, but the defense does a great job getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. They're working that left side. Ripping through the defense. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, as a quarterback in college football, if you just play one play at a time and do your job, the stats are going to come, the wins are going to come. Here we are late in the year. With that last completion, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards passing on the year.
To the air on first down. Going over the top. Got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.